Most men today are lost when it comes to relationships, purpose, and understanding women. But what if I was to tell you that there's a book that can completely change and improve your education about masculinity and life? The Way of the Superior Man isn't just a book, it's a wake-up call. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 life-changing lessons from this masterpiece that every man needs to hear. Let's get started. Lesson number 1, never change your mind to please a woman. Growing up, you probably got taught that no matter what circumstance, whether she's mad at you, whether she wants advice, whether she's asking any questions or whatever, no matter what, you were told that you should always agree with your woman and give her interest. What if I was to tell you that this is the complete opposite of what you should actually be doing? Every single time you've agreed with your woman, even though inside of you felt like you were thinking the opposite, like maybe you're arguing about, what you should have for dinner, and your girl's saying, let's have pasta. Deep down, you'd be okay if you were to have pasta, but deeper down, you low-key want to have like fucking steak and eggs. But you neglect that feeling, and you just agree with your woman. Very small thing, probably not gonna fucking make or break a relationship. But then the next day, you go ask, let's watch this movie. But deep down, you don't really want to watch another fucking rom-com. You want to watch a thriller. But you don't say this, you agree with her once again. You keep agreeing with her day in, day out, week by week, and thinking that this is going to make her happier than if you were to disagree with her. But every single time you neglect your core feeling, she can feel this, and this just makes her trust you even less. Seriously, think about how fucked that is. You thought the smart thing to do was to agree with her to keep her happy and neglect your own opinion, but in return, she just became less attracted to you. You're not staying grounded in your truth. Quite frankly, you're compromising your integrity for her approval. Which is pretty fucking feminine. You want to agree with her, you want to keep her happy, but this is just making your relationship a whole lot less polarizing compared to when you first met her, when you actually spoke what you thought, and you didn't just constantly try to keep her happy. A lot of relationships become depolarized because, over time, the guy becomes more feminine than the girl. The girl starts to become masculine, the girl starts to be more decisive, the girl starts to make the decisions, and the guy almost just becomes a yes man. Stop trying to gain her approval, and just stick by your word. The more you can stick by your word, she's going to trust you even more just because you're purely being your most authentic self. There's no lies. You have direction, you're being a leader, and you're not being a fucking yes man. Lesson number 2, enjoy your friends' criticism. Growing up in high school, I could never take a joke. I didn't know or understand what the term banter meant, and I could never take my friends' criticism. Even my closest friends, even when they were trying to give me like constructive advice, my ego was too big and I'd get angry, I'd get upset, I'd be frustrated. I wasn't masculine. You have to realize that right now, if your friends are just giving you a little bit of shit, they're body shaming you just a little bit, that's simply because of the fact that they're actually just trying to keep you accountable and help you grow to become a better individual. Criticism isn't inherently bad. Criticism should be providing you with energy. Most of my videos, some of them you can say I'm like roasting you and I'm like criticizing you for your actions, your habits, what you do every day. But that's not bad because it almost gives you a little bit of energy. It almost spikes up your motivation. It almost makes you a whole lot more likely to take action on your goals and stop being a little fucking soy boy. It should be the same thing with your friends. Now, by all means, if your friends are purely degenerates and you don't relate with them at all, and they're like full on bullying you, okay, maybe cut off. But I think you're pretty grown up and you should understand by now who your true friends are. The guys that you relate with, the guys that you go gym with, the guys that you hopefully don't play video games with. If your close friends criticize you just a little bit, or maybe you start posting videos, or maybe you start going to the gym, let it inspire you and push you, because that's the most masculine move you can make on the chessboard. Use this pain and energy as fuel. Don't use it as something which can hold you back. Because when I started going to the gym when I was like 16, you know how much fucking body shaming I copped? I would cop this every single month my first year of gym. Ages going to the gym for 2 months, still no muscle. 3 months, still hasn't built muscle. 4 months, still hasn't built muscle. A year. He's put a little bit of muscle, but he's still not jacked, so he still hasn't built muscle. That didn't make me stop. That almost lit the fire and made me want to push myself even harder than if I wasn't to cop this criticism. Stop being a pussy and use this criticism as fuel. Lesson number 3, she doesn't really want to be your number 1. As much as your girl says that she wants you to stay home and not go to the gym, as much as your girl says she wants you to be her number one and be her best friend and spend every single minute, hour, day of the week together, subconsciously, she doesn't really. If anything, she gets pretty fucking turned off the more time you spend with her and the more you neglect your purpose, your mission. You hearing this for the first time, your brain's probably thinking, what the fuck, Adrian? No, we're meant to be friends. She's my girlfriend. I need to spend every single minute of the day with her. If I don't, she gets upset. Subconsciously, every single time you don't go to work, you don't go to the gym, you don't record that video and you want to spend more time with her, she wishes that you would have made the other decision. Think about it. Back in the day, when, let's say, I don't know, World War II, you're getting ready to go to war, you're hugging your wife, and as much as your wife wants you to stay, she's saying, please, please, please don't go. Stay, don't go to war, don't get hurt, You had two choices. One, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Or two, you know what? You're right. I think I might stay home and not go to war and spend more time with you because I think that's going to improve our relationship. I'm going to neglect my purpose of saving the world and I'm going to stay home and cuddle for the next 6 weeks because that feels like the right thing to do. Seriously. Growing up, at least for me with the education system, it seems that we've been taught the opposite and to always do what we feel like is the right thing and not be masculine and strong and not show willpower, not show discipline, don't have any integrity and just be a little bitch. She doesn't want you to be your number one. You're not friends. Your love is. So right now, take a good clean look of your life and be brutally honest with yourself. Brutally honest with yourself. Are you aligning your time to achieving your purpose as soon as possible? Or is there a little part of you who doesn't want to grind, doesn't want to work, but wants to just cuddle? How much better will the cuddling be if you were to complete the mission first and then almost treat the cuddling as like a reward? Instead of doing the opposite and cuddling and then thinking, oh, I might do my mission, but I'll just keep delaying and do it later because I'm scared. I don't want to go outside or go to war. She doesn't want to be your number one. So suck it up. Take a big, masculine, full, deep breath. And get to work. Because the more direction you have, the more clarity you have with your purpose, the more polarizing your relationship's going to be, the more attracted she's going to be to you. So why sacrifice that? Stop skipping the work, the job, the mission, the task, the duty, and just do it. Lesson number 4, she wants to relax in the demonstration of your direction. Younger Adrian from literally 6 months ago, I'd go on first dates, pick up the girl, and I'd ask them the question of, what do you want to do? Don't care about what do you want to do? I'd ask this and the girl would look at me like, I'm feeling like ice. Okay, you want ice cream? Let's go. You're probably thinking, that's right. You asked her for her preference and you agreed with it and now you're going to what she wanted. Wrong. By you having no direction, do you really think you're showing off this masculine trait of being a leader, of putting her under your wing, making her relax and being a true feminine? Or are you making her overthink, stress, and making her more masculine than you because you're a little bitch? Being decisive as a guy right now is probably one of the most important traits you can have. Just because absolutely no one, at least here in Melbourne, is decisive. Every person is too scared to speak up about their opinion. Every person will listen to others and not themselves. No one trusts their gut instinct anymore. So what if you right now were to become the leader? Were to become the guy who was to post videos? Were to become the guy who lead the way with clarity? It's a role which is, you can say it's in heavy demand because everyone's so stuck in the education system and following a script, becoming a slave, a spectator. It's like, bro, do you really want to be a spectator? Why not sub yourself in the game and lead the way? Because that actually is the right thing to do as the masculine guy. Right now, you've probably learned a lot. Everything I've said, your brain's probably making mini arguments and thinking, that doesn't make sense. I think the opposite, and I'm going to continue to do the opposite and still get no results. But this guy wearing a black hoodie he's arrogant, he's cocky, he's narcissistic. I'm not going to listen to him, and I'm going to keep doing my way and making mistakes. You have to realize that right now, I'm literally on your side. Because right now, believe it or not, you probably think I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to young Adrian because he made all of these mistakes literally in 2024, this past year. The whole point of self-improvement is to learn from your mistakes. I don't even call them mistakes anymore. I call them lessons, because everything happens for a reason. And I hope you can take what I say with value and actually take action with it, because it's going to help you. And you're going to save time. You're going to save yourself from countless failed talking stages or relationships. And you're going to fulfill your purpose a whole lot sooner than your current self. Lesson number 5, don't obsess over one woman. You have to realize that by you obsessing with this one girl who you truly think is the one, even if she is, it is doing you absolutely no good. Especially if you have an anxious attachment style, which you probably do because you relate with me a whole lot. That's why you find my videos entertaining. The more you obsess over one girl, the more needy and clingy you become, the more you start to overthink, the more feminine and less masculine you become. In which, in return, she's probably gonna run away, while you're gonna continue to chase and only push her further off away. What if I was to tell you that right now, the whole world is feminine, there's an abundance? I hate to say it, but your mind is so skewed and so warped from all the content you're consuming, and you strongly think and agree with that there's no good girls out there just because you yourself are so feminine and low tier. So it's almost like the high quality, high value girls just haven't generated in your server because you haven't unlocked that tier yet. I can tell you honestly and authentically today, I literally probably walked past 10 out of 10 feminine girls. And the more I've improved myself, the more I become aware and be like, holy shit, the feminine is literally everywhere. The music I play is feminine. When I go to the beach, the ocean, that's a feminine environment. The feminine's abundant. It's everywhere. And I'm not saying this to say that it's not valuable. Of course it's valuable. But right now what's lacking in this world is masculinity. There's not enough guys being leaders. There's not enough guys being decisive. There's not enough guys who are taking action ruthlessly on their goals and actually achieving something greater than themselves. Quite frankly, there's only like a handful of guys who are successful on this planet. And you probably know a few of them. So why not you? Why can't you take action? Why can't you become more masculine from all of these lessons in this video which you've just learnt about? There's literally nothing stopping you but yourself. You know what you have to do. The book which I'm speaking about in this video, The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. I've read this book over 4 times now. I just finished it. And I've made sure to highlight all of the important stuff so I can always and constantly remind myself, okay, need to be masculine. Got to do this. Don't do that, do this. Be decisive, don't be indecisive. Don't be a bitch, be a man. I remind myself because this book is actually the most life-changing book I've ever read. It's not even a sponsorship. This book will cost you like $20, $30. I'm not even trying to sell you anything. I don't sell a course, so relax. I'm literally just trying to help you. It's funny because back in the day, like 2-3 years ago, I'd see YouTubers like Hamza or Iman Gadzi, they'd mention this book. And I don't know if I was just so young and dumb at the time, but I still wouldn't buy the book because I had too big of an ego. And I thought spending $20-$30 on this book is a waste of money. And I can spend it on something else more productive, like Fortnite skins, like the new NBA 2K. Those are the decisions younger Adrian used to make. And all of those decisions, no matter how much fun or quick dopamine they gave me, it was all a complete and utter waste of time. I wish I bought this book when I was like 15 or 16. Pretty sure that's what Iman Gadzi did, and look where he's turned out to be. He's like 24, 25 now, he's killing it. I think right now, your actionable step from this video is to buy this book because it truly changed my life. I've learned probably some of the most valuable lessons in this book, and I've only touched on like 5 chapters from the book in this video. I'll be sure to keep making videos and explaining more of the other chapters. So please, take action and become the superior man. I hope this video motivated or inspired you. I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching mentorship. It'll be the first link in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon so you're kind of like reminded of when I do post these types of videos and you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.